Alright, what's up, y'all? I'm here on the YouTube. And I just want to do a video with y'all to compare and contrast Copenhagen Longcut Original to Copenhagen Extra Longcut Natural. So, this is just a quick little video here on Black and White Country. We'll talk about some of the similarities and some of the differences. First off, some of the similarities is these are both natural dips. Copenhagen Longcut is like only the second flavor Copenhagen ever made, and this is one of the most recent. This is like the third most recent flavor that they've made, if I'm correct. The most recent one was mint, and before that it was Southern Blend. Before that it was this. So this is the third most recent dip, which is pretty new. Came out in like 2011 or something. This has been around since like the 90s, I'm pretty sure. But a lot of people get confused because it says extra long cut on it and they don't know what that means. So I'm going to show y'all what they both look like on the inside. These are both two fresh cans that I just packed. Packed them off screen because my fingernails are really short right now. Why does the wind have to blow right now? It's about a storm, I think. Yeah, we got a storm moving in up ahead. So if you look closely, this one on the bottom, this is the natural. If it'll focus. It's a little bit longer than the Copenhagen Longcut. You can see that there's a few more, like just larger pieces in it. So it is more of a long cut. You just have to look at it closely to understand. Most people don't take the time to look at it to understand. But you know, I think they're both good. They're both good dips. Copenhagen long cut. All right, I'll do a little Copenhagen long cut right now. So good. I'm in my Jeep right now, so I don't ever bring a mud jug when I go out to the farm, so sorry. But basically, Copenhagen long cut to me, a little bit saltier and a little bit easier to do every day. Like, if you just ate something, like you could pretty much eat anything, and Copenhagen long cut's gonna complement it pretty well. Now there are some foods, I can't think of any off the top of my head, but I know that there are some that complement Copenhagen natural pretty well. But if you want a dip that's gonna go really great with the aftertaste of your food all the time, you should probably go with Copenhagen long cut. This probably won't mix pretty well with most foods. Like, I wouldn't dip this after I drink a glass of milk, because that'd be pretty dang gross. But the Copenhagen long cut is a lot saltier. I'm sorry the camera's reversed, I just realized that. It's a lot saltier of a dip, and it's a lot, how do I say it? It's not a lot better, but it's a lot easier if you're just starting out dipping, and you don't like certain natural flavors. Like, I know a lot of guys who can't stand Southern Blend, and they just think it's just gross. I'm not like the dip I'm the least favorite. I like the least is probably straight. I mean, I still dip straight because it's still a good flavor, but it's like my least favorite flavor. I have friends that dip it like it's nothing. It's really just a taste bud thing. But if you're gonna start dipping natural, I don't recommend you start out with like snuff or anything. I really recommend that you start out with a long cut because most guys are going to start out with a straight or a wintergreen dip. The first dip I ever had was grizzly wintergreen. Probably going to do a video on that. But if you're going to start doing natural dips, start with a good natural, a good Copenhagen Longcut, something like that. And then work your way into snuff, because everybody's got to try snuff, you know. And pretty much then you can work your way onto this. This is probably like the harshest, not the worst tasting, but the most harshest tasting natural dip that Copenhagen makes, at least. The one that'll kick you and put you on your ass the most is probably Stoker's Longcut Natural, even though I fucking love that dip. But I think I'm gonna put in a lip of some natural so I can give you guys my little review on that in comparison. Let me just cleanse my palate with some Gatorade. Real men don't need a rinse, they just swallow it. They should put that on a Grizzly can. Real men don't rinse, telling it like it is. I am more of a Copenhagen man, but fuck it. So, wow, that's a good pack. You can't see it, but it's perfectly circular on the edge of that. It's like it's its own little circle, small little circle inside there. That's weird. Never mind. But a good sized dip. So, the natural's definitely a darker flavor. Like, if these were two whiskeys, this would be like Jim Beam, and this would be like Johnny Walker Black. Not necessarily a better flavor, just a much darker flavor. Okay. A lot of y'all probably don't understand that, but so it's not nearly as salty as the Copenhagen Longcut, which might get some people. But it's just a good, earthy, just rich flavor, and it's juicy as all hell, and it's very flavorful. And if you have a hard time like packing, like pinching the dip, this Copenhagen Natural is not hard to pinch at all. You know, you can just 2 fingers just like that, and like like 2 fingers, and you got yourself a good sized dip right there. I usually do 3 fingers so I don't drop some like I just did. But drop my lid. But all in all, I think they're both pretty good dips. You know, if I was gonna pick one to dip for like forever, I think I'd probably pick Copenhagen Longcut, just because it complements so well with a lot of food, you know, and drinks as well. Copenhagen Natural doesn't pair nearly as well, doesn't complement your taste buds nearly as well afterwards, after a meal. But they're both really good dips, and you should try both of them. Alright, this is Black and White Country, and I'll see y'all in the next one.